Your touch is really special. I feel like there's a lot of innuendos going on here, but, you know, I think it's fine. It's fine, whatever, it's fine. Welcome, everyone, to D1AL-ogue. Now, I know this ain't Keeper, it's a sudden change of pace, but I saw this game on Steam, and it strongly reminded me of Valhalla, you know, like the cyberpunk bartender game, and I really love that game. And seeing how this game was like a similar cyberpunk sort of esque style was very interesting to me, and also for the fact that it was free.
What do I owe you? Nothing. It's for free. Free!
So that immediately perked my interest. And now I immediately want to note that, like, thank you developers for telling people that your background music is copyrighted, at least some of them. So, admittedly, I don't hear anything right now, and you won't hear anything right now. I'll put some background music in editing. Hopefully it's not just Sonic music, but who knows what I'll decide to do. But the key element of this game is that we repair cyborgs, somehow, with dials on their back. Hello, Michelle. Is there a specific button I have to press? Enter? Space? Oh, spacebar. How are you doing over there? I seem to have gotten a bit used to life in Chroma City. Instead of the rising sun, I started dividing my days by payment approvals and inefficient funds. The light monopolized by Sunshine Corp has replaced the sun, and most things are solved with price tags. Yeah, it was in that description that the sun never rises in this city. Average beer was the only thing I had to pay for. Right, the price of beer went up again recently. Everything is going up except for two things, the sun and my income. But Michelle, everything comes at a high price except for the value of labor. But I can find some stability, at least while I'm working. When I drifted here after we parted ways, I thought my incompetence was the reason for our breakup. And that thought still weighs me down. I can't say things are completely different now, but here, at least while I'm holding on to my work, that weight lifts just for a moment, regardless of how much I earn. For that time, at least, I have the assurance that I won't collapse. The people I met, the conversations we have, and what I've come to feel, I want to tell you about it. On the second floor of a commercial district, slightly away from the city center, repair clinic D1AL-ogue, a place where the outside noise recedes with just a few words of small talk. Don't criticize my naming skills, because in Chroma City they give estimates for heartbreaks and charge for repairs. December 14th. Lame. I said the name is totally lame. And Chris, did you have a beer? What's with the sentimental nonsense this early in the morning? I was thinking about a customer from yesterday, and I couldn't help it. He came in saying his portable virtual chip was stuck, but maybe it activated during repairs, because he started running around the room like crazy, swinging a leather belt at me. Thanks to him, my dial equipment almost bit the dust too. That's because you have such a shady and lame name. Only customers fitting that description would show up. Ha, don't tell me. You're talking about the oasis of Chroma City, bathed in neon light. The D1AL-ogue Repair Clinic? Our repair clinic is all around sanctuary that provides not just quick and accurate repairs, but also emotional stability through comfortable conversation. That shady name is exactly why Eva's needing repairs turn away and go somewhere else. Emotional stability for Eva's? Why am I saying Eva like Wally? It's Eve's. That feels less like shady and more like creepy. Is that why you habitually make Eves wet themselves? To be precise, it's the act of discharging overheated coolant. Your phrasing is misleading. Same difference. What do you mean, same difference? You're probably the only one who describes it like that. Stop spouting nonsense so early and check your equipment already. Are you not opening for business today? You used to love stories like this. Even though you used to sing about wanting to become an Eve when you were little. Shut up. Seems like the hangover from yesterday's beer is pretty bad. And, speaking of Eves, why don't you replace the outdated equipment in your repair clinic? Using a dial 1 when dial 5 is already out is disrespectful to them. What you're overlooking is that the dial equipment is strictly specialized for diagnosis. The diagnostics program performance was so good from the first generation that even the 5th generation out, it hasn't improved dramatically. Then what's the difference? The main advancements are the unit synthesis, convenience in the synthesis process, overclocking synthesized parts, firmware modification, etc. However, I can make up for the dialogue's lagging synthesis performance purely with the touch of my fingertips. That's actually kind of impressive. Crucially, if I upgrade to the newer generation, why, is there an extra subscription fee? There would be no point in having registered the business as D1AL-ogue. I mean, he has a point, you know. You don't seem to get it. A little wit breathes vitality into wearied life, and also, seeing this strangely named repair clinic operating normally, I guess your skills really are unquestionable. Then, it should be a breeze if I suddenly test you with the standard dial practical level 1 mock maintenance, right? Practice repair. Prove Michelle wrong about your skills. Target moves 20. Oh. Okay. Play tutorial. Accept request.
Wait.
No, hang on. No, yeah, see, look. Hang on, look. I immediately spotted. That's literally Valhalla in the top right. Oh, what was her name? What's her name? Dorothy? The weird, looter robot person? Or at least, not looter, just kind of spicy. I don't know. But that's literally Valhalla up there. That's like the drink interface. That's the text. That's the person. Wow. I mean, it's clearly inspired by it. Okay, how does one repair? You can check the damaged parts on dial that need repair right now. Hover over the damaged part to see the required units. First, let's select the damaged part to repair. Ooh. Dial consists of 4 layers and 6 indices. Each module can be moved by dragging it to swap places with adjacent modules up, down, left, or right. Moving modules uses dial's battery. If you use up all the battery, you can't move anymore. Let's try moving a module. How? Just... If you move to an unattended spot, right-click to cancel the move. Try canceling a move with right-click. Okay. If you move the modules to a line 3 or more, they synthesize into a higher tier unit. If you synthesize modules 10 times consecutively, the battery overcharges and increases max capacity. Okay. You can check the current damage location and required units on the right panel. Okay, I'm kind of blocking that. Maybe I need to move over to the left side, who knows. Hover your mouse over each damage location to see the required unit. Placing the required unit on the damaged spot activates the replace button. Press it to swap the unit. Looks like the replacement went well. Alright, let's keep going. Select the next damaged part. This case requires multiple types of units. The info panel will show the required unit colors for each position. Yeah, hang on. Let me just, let me sort this out. Oh yeah, I'm a lot smaller on this side. I haven't adjusted this one yet. No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Just place the units according to the colors to replace them. Okay, so you want me to do this. Nope. Now place the required modules to complete the maintenance. I mean, that is the complete maintenance, right? They're up there. Oh, like these little shiny bits? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay, so... I mean, that's a lot of moves. Wait, oh, I think it did it. I don't know. Because it's giving me more moves, so it's probably not going to be this forgiving later on. Okay, now I do this. And then that's everything. Okay. Okay, so for some of these repair points, you need to actually match them up so they get like little extra thing on them. The last damage part requires a high tier unit. You can check unit appearances by tier on the phone by pressing tab. Click here. Oh, of course, I'm blocking something else. Power source, acting as a unit's heart, supplies energy required for operation and handles total output. Oh, I see. Let's use the dial special function. There's a gauge bar on the left. This gauge charges for the corresponding type when 4 or more modules are synthesized. When fully charged, click the gauge and then a module or unit for another type to convert it. Let's try changing a type. So I can change this. No. This. No. This. Oh. Oh, I changed it red. If you made a mistake or think it's hopeless, press the restart button to try to repair again. Let's collect gauge charge and use it to charge types while repairing. Okay, I just want to read this though. Logic module, central processing unit acting as the unit's brain. Neural module, okay. And yeah, there's a music player, but it's all silent. I'm just hearing the vent noises. Okay, so you want me... Okay, oh, I see. So charge 4 or more. I thought that would do it differently. What if we do it here? No, I didn't want to move it down. I want to... What, here? No. Why aren't these two matching? Do they also need to be... Do they need to be the same unit tier to go up a tier? They do. They do. Okay, I see. I didn't get a lot of charge for that, but I understand. Satisfied now? That's really amazing. Honestly, I knew you ran a repair clinic, but I didn't know you were this skilled. Even with the latest Dial 5 equipment, it wouldn't be this fast for the level 1 mock maintenance. I see you in a new light. Yeah, this is nothing. If you want to attract Eve customers to this strangely named repair clinic of yours, I can't tolerate a single maintenance error. First impressions are the most important whenever you go. If you care so much about first impressions, why don't you erase that suspicious slogan on the front door? Besides, there needs to be comfort during the repair process for them to feel emotionally stable and open up. I just can't understand the creepy philosophy of yours. I should probably start opening up the shop now. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Oh, okay. Save. Next. Oh, hello. I got a SNS notification. Oh, it's news. Oh, and I can read the news off of the noise. New dawn for Eve maintenance. Dial 6. Fully automated. So we're gonna have to compete with Dial 6. Welcome. This is Repair Clinic Dialogue. Hey, Chris. Ah, pray. What brings you here at this hour? What about your cafe shift? Are you watching the popular show airing these days, Buff Girl or O'Hara? What are you talking about all of a sudden? Are you watching it? I do watch it every week, but then this will be quick. In yesterday's episode, do you remember the scene where O'Hara smashed Mrs. Blind with a magical pile driver? O'Hara rarely gets pushed into a corner. So seeing her fight back with a double nosebleed and crush Blind's neck for a comeback was quite the twist in many ways. That's exactly it. What exactly is it? What exactly are you trying to say? A villain showed up at our shop and they looked like they desperately need that pile driver. Oh. I knew you understand. I only understood that you have a difficult customer. Could you speak a bit more clearly? They say he's a bigwig from Sunshine Corp. He claims his mere visit is a favor to this crappy shop, and threatened that he could turn off all the neon shines in this district with a single word. A different routine every day. I envy how today is unlike yesterday. Shut up. Anyway, thanks to that big shot, it's been nothing but a new stability officer faces all morning. Those guys are hard to find when you actually need them, but they swarm like rats for this. I thought there was a terrorist attack or something. So that's what happened. What brings such a person to a backwater like this? I don't know the details, but it seems he came to negotiate with the manager of this commercial district. Something about increasing the neon shine subscription fees around here starting next month, and removing the free neon shine streetlights. Controlling the light. His actions are just like Mrs. Blind. See why I brought up Buff Girl? If Mrs. Blind has appeared in reality, then the magical pile driver isn't out of the question either. Can you go and try it? It's way out of my expertise in job description, but I can mimic it. I knew it. I wanted to pour coffee on his face, but now I feel a bit better. Right, and if you're really going to try it, be careful. The security is intense. You could get arrested just for keeping your hands in your pockets. Then again today, my secret power will remain hidden. Anyway, raising subscription fees is a pretty big deal. I was thinking of subscribing to a hologram figure for my lonely room. What, the one over there? But with the increased fees, it'll be tight. Same here. Really? Eves are relatively free from LDS. So do you really need to subscribe to Neon Shine? It's only relatively free. If our condition worsens, data loss occurs, and we could have problems more serious than humans. Plus, I've got someone to look after. You mean Remy? Remy is family. It's a cat. Does being a cat mean it can't be family? You better watch your words in front of our Remy. Prey showed her claws, adopting an aggressive cat-like stance. Please forgive me. I'll make an exception this time, because I'm generous. Anyway, if the subscription fee goes up, I'll have to give up on the item I was planning to buy. What were you thinking of getting? Buff Girl collaboration merch. They're doing a collaboration with a neural stimulation unit for Eves. They announced that pre-orders will start on the day of the last episode airs. The things people come up with. What do you mean, the things they come up with? This collaboration product is amazing! They said when the empathy unit activates and overloads, it shakes your cognitive abilities, creating the illusion of transforming. It's basically another way of saying you must buy this. What on earth does that mean? And aren't the expressions shakes cognitive abilities and illusion and transforming seriously suspicious? You're making a fuss over nothing. Good thing I have a drink here, because I'm going to be reading a lot. I knew I was with this game. Besides, considering the chips you usually use, I don't think you're in a position to talk. What do you say? Those are legitimately released VR chips, you know. I didn't even put them there for you to see, you just looked at them on your own. I have no intention of respecting your tastes, but if I may give you a piece of personal advice, in a repair clinic where Eves are the main customers, displaying chips with covers showing Eves and humans getting intimate doesn't seem like a very good choice. I just put frequently used items where they're easy to see. It's inevitable in a workshop with lots of tools. I feel like I just heard some terrible information. If you're lonely, why don't you find a lover? I'm sorry, but... Okay, I'm sorry. Prey apologized quickly. It was as if she didn't want to hear it. Did she foresee what I was going to say? And can I ask for a simple repair? I need to create an excuse to tell the boss. Sure, repairs are always welcome. Create an excuse for Prey's absence. Target 28 moves. Yeah, we gotta open their back. Oh, and we get to see them on the left. Okay. You got some sparking bits. And, I mean, I'll have to agree with Prey here. If you want Eves to come in, I don't think all of them are going to be so up for the human and Eve relations. Okay, so we need 2 tiers of things. So... No, cancel. Okay, oh, you idiot, be gentle. Oh, they talk in the bottom left. Okay, there's 1. Oh, Goodness, it's doing it on its own. Synthesized modules 5 times in a row. I didn't do anything. That was just the game doing that. I'm being gentle. Relax. Okay. No, damn it. Okay. I gotta really be picky. I gotta be really careful with the mouse. Oh, 5 moves, as in I can only do 5 per thing. Okay. So that's there, that's there. Okay, repair. It actually, like, shocked her. Don't you think the name Neon Shine is super tacky? Like a middle-aged man trying to look cool. I agree with that part. It sounds like a name where they changed 1 syllable from Neon Sign and celebrated themselves for being extremely witty. It's really a comedy that the person agreeing with that has the repair clinic with a name just as bad. Man, a lot of people don't like this name, huh? Okay, so... Ooh, wait, no. If I move this here, this is gonna match. Okay. Oh, hang on. Let's move this here. Damn it, and it's gonna match again. Well, now I can put this here. And then, Oh, okay, that works. Oh, right, it's not gonna match because it's not the same tier. And then, boom. What exactly does the simulation from the infantry unit feel like? I only learned about it in theory, but I was curious since I never felt it myself. It's similar to humans. If humans feel it through muscle contraction, blood flow, and hormone secretion. For Eves, that's just replaced by the infantry unit. Stimulating this directly gives quite a pleasurable feeling. So, is it like an orgasm? It doesn't match exactly, but it's probably the closest thing. Then what about the collaboration merch you mentioned earlier? I was just curious about what it feels like to transform. They say power surges through you. Sure, whatever. So, I mean, we already know from the dialogue that you could just be an Eve unit. You can be a human and then turn into an Eve unit. Now, I thought it was a cyborg thing. I mean, I guess it still is, but how close are they? What's the divide? How machine are they compared to a human? I mean, based on what we're seeing here, they're very mechanical. So are they just straight up robots at this point? And well, this is easy. Boom. And rubber. All done. There are no major issues. Wow, my stiff back feels completely refreshed. This is what it feels like when O'Hara purifies her body with brief seed. Is it okay to mention my crude repair in the same breath as something so noble? Crude, you're too strict with yourself. No one around here can match your skills. Enough, Bray. Safe to talk for after you buy me a beer. You make a fuss even when I compliment you. What a personality. I noticed earlier a power unit was screaming again. Are you overworking yourself lately? Must be because a lot of zombies have been gathering in front of the shop lately. They have practically set up camp there. Zombies? You mean flicker patients high on drugs? Usually they just stumble around spouting nonsense. No, those are blackouts. It's a state where even radical methods like electronic drugs can prevent damage to the frontal lobe and neural network. You can consider their ego and personality data virtually destroyed. Lately the media seems to just call them zombies instead of severe LDS patients. I've been here for a while, but I just thought they were drug addicts. Drug addicts are probably better off than them. Aren't they both equally in the gutter? At least junkies have their infinite love for drugs left. Blackouts are worse. infinite love. Seeing them throw away family, lovers, and property without hesitation, isn't that the perfect expression? It's like, if it's not you, the world doesn't matter. Truly an impossible devotion. In contrast, blackouts are like empty shells with even their desires gone. They wander around following the light by instinct. And when they find neon shine, they swarm like gnats and won't leave. Chasing light suggests they still have at least minimal desires left. If you saw them, you'd think I'm exactly right. They aren't moving to find light. It's just that it's the only stimulus left they can react to. If they crawled around looking for light normally, maybe you'd be right. Of course, they would become something even more terrible. As I recall, the shop you work at has a floor-to-ceiling glass window on one side. Right, and clearing away the gnats that gather there is one of my daily tasks. That's probably the cause of 80% of my power unit overloads. And the other 20% is because of that idiot removing streetlights. Exactly. Every day must be tough. It gives me a headache just thinking about how much tougher it's going to get. You know that? Happiness and unhappiness are influenced more by future events than the present. Wasn't that a study on human psychology? Humans and Eves are pretty much the same. Do you realize that statement conflicts heavily with your critique of my taste before the repair? I come back because I respect it. Oh. My head feels like exploding as it is. Do you have to make me say useless things? If you plan to keep wrecking me to rip off repair fees, you better be prepared. I'm sorry, customer Prey Emery. Stop joking, I have to go now. Even a justified absence is a problem if it drags on. I don't want to get fired and become a zombie rubbing my face against a glass window. By now, the streetlight idiot should have left the shop too. You're sharp, good sense, as always. It was a pleasant conversation today, Prey. Me too. See you later, Chris. Prey hurriedly left the door with quick steps. It seems she spent more time than expected, distracted by the chat. It's already time for lunch. Let's take a break. Wow, seriously amazing. What did you just do to my back? I feel light as a feather. Well, thank you. Parts move count, fusion count. Okay. Save. Orca. Oh, hello. And Eve stood before me, though there was no sound of the door opening. Despite her polite attitude and likable first impression, I couldn't quite feel at ease. All D1AL modules are government-affiliated Eves, usually distinguished by their department mark. But I couldn't see any mark on the Eve before me, nor was there any way to confirm her affiliation. Of course, nothing official in Chroma City was particularly trustworthy, but I reacted unusually sensitive to that mark. Prey says I look at that mark with eyes of a sinner, which probably isn't polite behavior towards a customer. Before we start, excuse me, but may I ask what specific purpose you are specialized for? If it's military, private maintenance is illegal. Ah, you wouldn't know since I'm not wearing protective gear on my off day. I'm Orca O. O'Hara. Wait, what? Huh? We were just talking about you. From the Urban Recovery Agency of Chroma City. You can just call me Orca for short. Although designed for rescue and disaster recovery operations, I am a module equipped with multi-purpose functions like other EVE units to reduce citizens' aversion. Rescue, you have quite an ordinary appearance for someone deployed to rough sites. In fact, it wasn't an ordinary appearance. Rescue specialized D1AL modules possess an appearance generally considered beautiful to reduce aversion. That's because we mostly rely on external equipment. The design directive of the module also has the motto Universal Fit. Unlike how it looks, there are many places to attach external equipment. This is for attaching the powered exoskeleton during entry, this is for the instantaneous thrust engine and the tail part. It was quite embarrassing to watch her lift parts of her body here and there to introduce her model. But Orca seemed unaware of it and chatted excitedly for several minutes. How is it? I understand very well that it's not military. Besides that? Nothing, I was just trying to apologize for being rude earlier out of surprise. Of course that wasn't it. Really? I didn't feel like it was that rude. That's because kind people are aware towards government-affiliated Eves. If you thought I was similar to others, then that's normal. That makes sense. What kind of maintenance are you here for? I was recently assigned here, so I need to submit an inspection confirmation by tomorrow. There aren't any major problems, so it shouldn't take long. It looks like that way, but you never know until you check. I'll boot up the maintenance console, so please wait a moment. It's taking its sweet time. Ahem. Perhaps because everyone is preparing for Polar Night Day, the streets are intensely lively, aren't they? Polar Night Day. One of the Chroma City's prides, and the prides of prides. A holiday unique to the city and a festival ground. I'd even forgotten that it wasn't far off. It's a holiday unique to the city. Did you come for sightseeing before? You don't have to say if it's hard to talk about. No. A few years ago I visited Chroma City due to a support request. Oh, I realized we can actually just hide the chat so we can actually look at them. Look at them better. It just happened to be Polar Night Day. There was a support request even to nearby cities? Yes, back then I was working in Luminance City, located below Chroma City. There's a city below the city? It was complete chaos. The violence and confusion amidst the cheers of the festival were shocking even to me. A hologram panorama covering the sky, and below it, explosions mixed with smoke. Must have been terrible. Yes, screams mixed with beautiful night views and hopeful music are quite shocking. The show went on as if indifferent to the tragedy, and most of the crowd was too intoxicated by the festival to even know what was happening. The organizers who knew about the accident went along with it too. It was probably because of the budget. The hologram panorama called Chromatic Zenith is one of Chroma City's prides. They say it's for the citizens' sense of belonging, but they pour an astronomical budget into it because it's an event that generates huge tourism revenue. Too much money had already been poured into it to cancel just because an accident occurred. So it's about money. Excluding talk of budget and compensation, all that's left in Chroma are patience. Not that I like it, but it's the unavoidable reality. That's sad. I'm sorry, I intentionally said something depressing. It's just reality. Nothing is as boring as realistic talk. Living day by day, whether you like it or not, is reality. Even an interesting show gets boring if you watch it hundreds of times. So it's hard for the story of a day repeated thousands of times to be interesting. It's natural to be drawn to stories of vacation escapades or figures bought on impulse, rather than talk of neon shine, subscription fees, or utility bills. I can't accept it rationally, but I have to empathize experimentally. Most hobbies are, after all, escape from ordinary daily life. That's why people go crazy for Polar Night Day, and tourists visiting from the other side of the globe to see the Chromatic Zenith. Because the coming tomorrow isn't enjoyable because they're tired of reality. They close their eyes and ears and force themselves to shout that they are happy now, wanting to run away from pain. It's one of the human instincts. Well, this is realistically depressing, especially current day situations. Oops, I sounded creaky like my dial equipment again. 0 points for a sales pitch, right? Sometimes creaking sounds make you feel alive, whether machine or human. But by any chance, are you doing maintenance with a first-generation dial? Don't worry too much. I've safely repaired TNDLS module several times with this rugged friend. Why does the word safely sound so scary? Oh, the dial is ready. Shall we begin? Okay, just regular inspection. Oh, wait, what? Hang on. Oh, okay. Alright, interesting position you have here. I can just move over to the left. It's, okay. No, I'm the creep for thinking that it's weird. It's just her lower back. I'm the problem here. There's nothing wrong here. It's just her lower back. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with this. Ooh, so you need, big tier units. And, no? Okay. I wanted to get the info. Oh, here we go. Yeah, so we need a tier no, we just need a tier 2 and tier 1. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so, bada boom. This kind of maintenance, it's my first time. You haven't had maintenance before like this? Okay, that's one thing. Yeah, this probably feels weird to them. Okay, then we... Oh, okay, hang on. Hang on, game. We match these. Okay, now we got that tier 2. Okay. So now we just drag this... Oh, hang on. Drag that here, and then that's good. There we go. I've completed the unit replacement for that part. How is it? Please feel free... Please feel free to tell me if there's any discomfort or awkwardness. No, it's much more comfortable than I thought. My worries before the maintenance were pointless. It actually feels smoother than the 5th generation dial. That's a relief. But should I say it tingles? It keeps throbbing. Please be a little gentler. This area is densely packed with neural elements. And it's very, sensitive. Oh dear, I'm clumsy because it's been a while since I maintained a D1AL-ogue. I'll try to be as gentle as possible. Does she really need all of these neural things? Oh, actually, I just realized. She mentioned she has a tail, and she literally does. But like, the tail comes out from, like, kind of her middle back. But, like, look, she has it wrapped around herself, and she's holding it right now. Odd. Very weird. Okay. Okay, this one shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, okay, so move that there. Okay, thank you for matching everything, but I need to do this myself. Okay. Nope, not that. Oh, there... No! Wait, how do you do this then if they match with each other? What happens if I restart? Oh, okay. So wait, if I need... How am I meant to repair them if they're gonna match up together? Can I do it one at a time? I don't know if I can do it one at a time. Oh, I can. Oh, okay. I thought I had to get them all completed at once. Okay. So now just boop. There you go. Each D1AL module has a unique organ, right? That's right, because each module specializes in a different purpose. I've often seen animal ears or reverse joint types, but this is my first time seeing a tail. The eaves of the Scarlet Response Unit under the Urban Recovery Agency to which I belong are all D1AL modules. And we have tails like me. That's fascinating. Usually, what is this tail used for? In our case, it's mainly used to clear broken debris, or break down walls to enter. For something used for such worth purpose. Didn't you say it was a sensitive part earlier? The external armor is a high-strength special alloy, so it's fine in the field. But when opened internally for maintenance, it's almost defenseless. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful to work delicately. Okay, it's fine. It's just repair stuff. They're just a client. It's fine, you know. Nothing weird happens in dialogue. Okay, boom. We already got one. Bah. And we just move this up here, and boom. There we go. As you said, it was a regular checkup. And there were no major problems, so it's finished quickly. Oh, that unknown heavy feeling that was dragging me down has disappeared. No, it's more than that. It's refreshing. Manager, you have quite an interested look on your face right now. Rook's reaction was so vivid that I focused without realizing it. I'm glad you're satisfied. I should be thanking you. It feels similar to that unique sensation when speeding through the city center on a bike. Roaming Chroma City while feeling that wind directly, you have a bolder hobby than I thought. Yes, in Luminate City, my hobby was riding a bike to get some air on my days off. I don't have a car in the first place, and I like bikes. And I prefer the openness of a bike to the enclosed space of a car. That particular stimulation when the gaze of others mixes into the liberating feeling of being open on all sides. It feels really good. Okay, so I'm not judging you, Orca, but I'm picking up some signals that you like being exposed. Considering the whole armor thing in your tail, and what you just said to me about bikes in the car. It could just be your job, but, you know, you do you. Every hobby has its own taste. I apologize for the roughness during the maintenance. But no, it's just because I'm particularly sensitive compared to the same module. Because you kept talking to me in between. I felt reassured at the end, and it didn't hurt at all. And my body feels completely lighter too. I can endure this much for this level of effect. Orca started stretching her body here and there as if to show off. A careless Eve in a narrow space. As long as she doesn't bump into anything, it's not a bad view. Actually, I didn't do much. I just replaced a few neural units to suit the environment lacking photonic data. You mean because there's a lack of light? Exactly. Both humans and Eves cannot live without sunlight. That's why subscribing to Neon Shine is practically essential in Chroma City. So that's why my colleagues asked if I subscribe to Neon Shine. Because unless it's Chroma, you don't have problems due to lack of light. They made survival a paid service. Don't give the real world any ideas. Chroma claims it's the same logic as food being paid. Someday we might even get billed for breathing. Still, Eves are a bit better off. Humans can fall into depression if Neon Shine is cut off for just 2 days. They called it LDS, right? Correct, it stands for Light Deficiency Syndrome. Simply put, it's a disease caused by not receiving light. The body signaling system gets tangled, and for Eves, noise accumulation in the photonic neural network. The depression and power drop you feel recently are probably due to this. My external equipment felt heavier than usual after coming to the city. It wasn't just my imagination. Body and mind are inseparable. Psychological inevitably changes according to the state of the body. That's funny for me, an Eve unit, to say this, but that's very mechanical. I think so too. But humans are similar, just a difference between metal and flesh. Most psychiatric drugs treat psychological problems by regulating hormones, and the medical measure called defibrillation is basically the same principle as rebooting a machine called a human. Moving by electrical signals and psychological and emotional judgments changing according to the hardware environments are also the same. Personally, I don't see any reason to distinguish between humans and Eves. If that philosophically created this repair shop, it's quite cool. Personal conversation is a core surface of dialogue. Anyway, you said today was your day off, right? That's right, I've been hectic with moving and dispatch calls for a few days, but finally it's a break. Actually, if there are no dispatches, it's mostly playtime. Moving alone sounds terrible. I agree with that, but it's over. Do you have any recommended places for a change of mood? I recommend the cafe on the first floor of the building opposite. Ah, I saw it coming here. The name started with Re... You mean... Retrojan? Retro. What was that? Retrojan. Its pronunciation is a bit odd. Ah, is it that Trojan from the Trojan horse? It's as unusual a name as this place. Right, I heard from the owner that it's a combination of retro and Trojan virus. It contains the ambition to infiltrate retro trends like a Trojan virus into this flashy, high-tech city. Wow, hearing that meaning sounds quite plausible. It's a retro concept cafe that's hard to find these days. And drinking the owner's hand-dripped coffee is the joy of my life. A retro concept in the city. Interesting. And one more thing. Avoid places with too many people. And this season, scenes of people densely gather often lead to scenes of being taken away by stability officers. Thanks for the advice, Chris. When the night gets too long, people tend to get sensitive. Even if they are stability officers. Think of the city's stability office like police in other cities is troublesome. Still, there's no harm in being careful. I should quietly enjoy this festival year-end atmosphere by myself. Have a good time, Orca. Thank you, see you next time. It's already evening, I should call it a day. Is it already done? Oh my, your touch was so delicate I didn't even realize I was being repaired. Oh, well, thank you. Now it's the 15th. Yeah, just in the 15th. I don't know how long this game is. I certainly don't know. Like, I can kind of guess based on the achievements. Oop. Like, I don't know. There's quite a few achievements. There's 24 and I only got 5 of them, but I'm not sure. We'll do... Nah, we'll make this a long episode. There's not going to be much editing in this, so you can just sit back and relax. Now that there's hardly any day left, it's hard to see even a gray night. Thanks to that, my body feels even stiffer. If I stay still, I only feel more drained, so let's hurry and open up shop. Now hang on, this news. Polar Night Day, intensive crackdown period announcement. This is an announcement from the Urban Stability Agency, USA. In celebration of the Polar Night Day, Chroma City's largest festival, a special intensive crackdown period will be in effect from the day until the end of the festival. This measure aims to prevent social disorder during the festival and maintain the homeostasis of the urban environment. During this period, neo-catalyst scanning by stabilizers will be significantly intensified across Chroma City. In particular, illegal procedures under the guise of LDS prevention and the use or distribution of authorized private neon signs are strictly prohibited. Warning any act of detrimental to the stability of the urban system. I mean, there's some things. Oh, we're in the year 2181. Okay. Okay, so EVE stands for Electric Vital Entity. Okay. The 50th anniversary ceremony of the Sigmund Pact, symbolizing the harmony between humanity and artificial intelligence, was held at Chroma City Central Plaza. Take the podium. Becoming recognized as independent personalities. He emphasized that EVE, having moved past an era of discrimination to guaranteed legal rights, are key citizens supporting the internal night of the city alongside humans. Okay, so... Okay, good. So EVE's getting good representation and whatnot. Can I click on anything in the back? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh. Are Mom and Dad saying they won't come to see the Chromatic Synth again this year? Just like every year, yeah. What about you? Needless to say, me either. I really don't get why no one goes. When we were kids, they used to drag us there every year, even when we said we didn't want to go. You know, many years ago. You know how many years ago that was? Mom and Dad are getting old now, so it's hard for them to go to crowded and chaotic places. And I'm too far away to go, so... If you want to go that badly, why not go with a girlfriend? You're picking a fight with me right now, aren't you? Look at your age, go outside and meet people. Even better if it's a woman. You can't stay up all night in your room drinking beer forever. The day I fall asleep rolling around in bed with a woman in this city, there's a high chance I won't open my eyes ever again the next day. Wow. And an article will pop up on the main news page. Victim, Chris J. Hage, 22, found a motel with organs harvested. That confidence of yours is a problem, Chris. It's disgusting to say it myself, but objectively, you're decent looking. Blech. Ugh, let's stop. So if you want to see the Chromatic Synth that much, just go alone. If I have to go alone, I won't go. Shouldn't I at least have someone to take my side if I get into the fight? Then what are you going to do that day? I have no choice but to drown my Polar Night Day in beer while watching Dokim's stream again this year. That's how I'll spend my Polar Night Day. Stream my foot, you're planning to stay up all night with your beloved silicone, aren't you? Hey, how do you... Wait, you've never been in my room. You hit the nail on the head. No, it's not that. Shut up, you're single too, probably sitting in the corner of your room alone. Hello, Chris. Oh, hello. Hi. Look at you. You look excited. Did you manage to get that figure you wanted? Chris? Miss Lani, I'm sorry. I was looking at something else. Could you wait just a moment? A pity. I wanted to share in your joy. You look good now, but the expression you had just now, which you don't show when you're with me, had a pure smile. I'm envious, whoever they are. It's my youngest sister. She's a funny coot who tries to tear me down every day. Ah, the one you often talk about? Miss Lenny took a deep breath and muttered quietly to herself. Well, if it's a younger sister, I can understand. In fact, I might even have to try to get close to her. Anyway, what brings you here today? I remember you had your regular checkup recently. Okay, so she's immediately giving me the vibes of that she's interested in me, but she's also a little bit, you know, protective. Or like, who are you talking to? You talking to someone else? Huh? You're not talking to me? I had some business nearby, so I thought I'd drop by to see your face. I also stopped by because I thought I might need to replace my processing unit as a bonus. That's funny. What is? When I first saw you, I thought you'd never come back. But now you visit even without a reason. I told you I came to replace my processing unit. You said it was a bonus. Didn't you come to check on me? If not, I'll take a look at you quickly. Alright, you win. I came here to complain. Okay, tell me. For a ridiculously shady repair clinic that you've come back several times, so you must like it. There's a quiet, uncrowded comfort here. A quiet place and slightly cool air are good for getting sentimental. Thanks to that, I can completely let loose. Are you complimenting me by saying there are no customers? Yes, it's a compliment. Since you say so, I'll take it as a compliment. What's today's complaint? Miss Lenny frowned, as if just thinking about it was unpleasant. That's quite a look on your face. Huh? Oh, was I? Sorry, when the processing unit connected to the emotional expression gets overloaded, my mood swings become severe and I can't hide them. I don't want to show you that expression anymore. Can I get maintenance first? It's possible, but... Repair Lenny with extreme mood swings. Okay. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Okay, on one hand, I need to slap myself because immediately, even before this popped up on my screen, I was thinking to myself, oh, I wonder if it's going to be in her back or like her lower back. I wonder where I'm going to replace it. I didn't expect this. Also, are you not wearing... You're not wearing a... Okay, well, it's whatever. It's fine, it's fine. It's fine, guys. We're just repairing her. Look, we're just... I don't like how I can just see her smile right there. Just, okay, it's fine. Again, it's fine. We are just repairing. It doesn't matter how attractive she is. We're just repairing. We are professionals. Okay. Simple enough. Phew, as expected, you're delicate. It's so relaxing. Oh, thank you. I try. I try to make sure people are comfortable. Put this here. Okay, then we get these three. Boom. Okay, can you stop? Oh, okay, that works. Just, the pow. Every time I visit here, you're on the phone with your sister. It's my routine right after opening for business. Picking a fight with my sister. I'd like to join that routine next time. You, Miss Lenny? I heard that in human society it's polite to greet the other person's family before the main event. I don't know what big event you mean, but your motion unit is overheating again. Can we talk about, like, the bounce? That's... Never mind. Big event. Yeah, I feel like... She likes me. I feel like she likes me, but again, it's like, remain professional. We are here to do a job. It doesn't matter how attractive they are. We must remain professional. Okay, so let's get these two. Actually, no, hang on. Let's get the big one first. There we go. Perfect, okay. Just slam that in. Okay. Easy does it. Thank you. And kapow. I'm not really using this charge thing on the left. What do you think about the increasing romance between humans and Eves? For someone who's never been in a relationship with a human, that's too abstract a question for me to answer. Really? Just that one word from you has completely tilted my opinion to the pro side. Miss Lily, the temperature of your emotion unit is rising. It's dangerous, so please calm down during maintenance. I mean, come on, dude. You want to go to the solar night thing with someone, and she seems interesting. She seems interested in you. But then again, you were like, I would wake up in a hotel with my organs harvested, so he's probably too scared. He's too scared to acknowledge it. Oh, I thought did I not get that one? Oh, maybe this one needs the bigger one. Okay, so, let's just move that over. How do we do this little thing on the left again? Ah, there we go. Yeah, I gotta click it first. So now we can, move this here. Not ideal, but... Okay, there's our big one. Then we just put that there. Lovely. Okay. You know, this is going to be quite relaxing. Again, I'm kind of just talking to myself and listening to the ambience of the game. You guys will hear music. Hell, maybe I'll use Valhalla music. Hopefully none of that's copyrighted. There you go. Like, goodness, man. The maintenance is done without any problems. Your maintenance today was exceptionally smooth. That touch of yours skillfully delivering to my secret corners, leading me without giving a chance to resist. Whose core others might have your touch caressed with such care? Miss Lily? Her eyes were darker there. I'm pretty sure her eyes were darker there. Yeah. Again, she looks fine, but I can see why Chris worries. The customers who visit this repair clinic are the entirety of my social interactions. But it's a blessing in disguise. What is? Thanks to a wonderful person like you visiting, it feels like even this bleak place has some life in it. Oh my, saying something like that so subtly makes me a little shy. The overload on your pressing unit was more severe than I thought. You came to complain, but it was to the point of needing repairs. I thought it would get better once I relieved some stress. If I left the unit as it was, I figured I'd be seeing you soon after for the same repair request. So I placed it with a higher end unit. It hasn't been long since your last checkup. What happened to damage it so much? Hold on. That's what I'm about to tell you. You know I work at a pharmaceutical company, right? Of course. I've heard a lot about your life, Miss Lene, every time I do repairs. A new researcher joined the company recently. They say he's incredibly talented or something. Our company went to great lengths to scout him, so I guess that could be true. The problem is that talent isn't everything? Exactly. He came in through connections, yet he has this attitude of looking down on the existing researchers. Since he joined later, he thinks it's our duty to provide him with any project information he doesn't know. The management is completely impressed with his papers and research achievements. So my colleagues and I had no choice but do as he asked. More work for you. That would have been a relief. The problem is his attitude. If he were apologetic and grateful, it would be different, but he takes it for granted. Even though we're doing work we don't have to do. I wonder if his studying so much has fried part of his brain. A while ago he said a colleague's research looked interesting, and asked if he could take over the project. It almost turned into a shouting match, but our colleagues intervened and barely meditated. It's annoying, but thanks to him we're free from the management nagging, and we can buy time to improve the product's stability. Office politics. It feels a bit distant to me. Maybe for you. From my perspective, Mr. Lee, you don't seem much different from me. Aren't you talking about how hard it is to deal with office politics you don't even care about? I like to say no, but I have to agree because of what happened a few days ago. A few days ago? Yes, half of my unit's overload problems probably started that day. We fought. You fought? It wasn't really a fight. I just laid him out. He disrespected our project. Said we were just wasting the budget by repeating clinical trials for years. He said the researchers' talents were being wasted. And I asked if he had any intention of finishing this research and starting a more promising project. And he said it to my face, the project leader. I should have realized when the management was blindly pushing for him. They couldn't win against us in a logical argument as non-experts. So it was a ploy to bring another expert to break our resolve. That's pretty serious sabotage. Unfortunately for them, that Nepo hire's social skills were worse than imaginable. And he failed to change the team's members' minds. You could even say we've grown closer. Some team members were even cheering me on and comforting me, even though I threw the first punch. Of course, I think it was in the wrong, too. My feelings were complicated watching him call an ambulance by himself because no one else cared. It must have been the guilt that followed the satisfaction. I had to write an apology letter and the project's chances of survival dropped even lower. I wondered what would have happened if I had just held it in. There's a mountain of work to do, but the thought of running away came first. I want to forget everything, let's just rest. So I came to see you. All I do is listen to you talk a little. That's enough. And thanks to you, I've already sorted out my thoughts. Thanks to me, a place to hide whenever I want to run away. A way to regain some energy and to find the courage to face the world again. That's the goal of our project. After running away here to rest, I found the courage to push through. And it made me feel that my project shouldn't end here. If the effect of just listening to a story, as you put it, is this great, our medicine would be a great help to the world. Can I ask what kind of medicine it is? I love to tell you. Miss Lily's eyes sparkle as if the favorite topic had come up. It's a relief to see her back to her usual self. Our research institute mainly focuses on drugs that suppress memory. It prevents the user from recalling specific memories. The primary goal is trauma suppression, though there's potential for misuse. It seems so. Right, that's why we're delaying its release. A similar drug already exists, but there are more cases of side effects or misuse than proper use. Although the management recognizes this as a commercial success, sticking to a proven product, exactly, he made almost the same argument. His logic is that as long as it passes safety inspection and sells well, who cares how it's used? In reality, it causes almost no physical harm to the body itself. I take a few pills myself, but that attitude is quite off-putting. No matter how well you know it, there's a limit to what a general buyer, not an expert, can know. In fact, I don't even know the ingredients of the multivitamin I take. Since I hardly see the sun, I guess it must contain vitamin D. Vitamin D. I have no idea. The drugs available on the market dull memories that are drastically imprinted on the user. When you try to recall them, the recollection process is interrupted or blunted. It's similar to when you tamper with an Eve's photonic neural network. You can distance yourself from terrible, painful memories, but you can also lose your dreams, sometimes even your family's faces or precious memories. In severe cases, you can even forget that you're taking a memory suppressant. It's practically amnesia. Our institute is creating a drug that accesses specific memories and paralyzes only that part. It can't be used universally, but we plan to market it separately for breakups or trauma. If we succeed, it won't be misused for kidnapping or human trafficking under the name of amnesia drugs. Losing memory due to a drug, it comes back if you stop talking about it, right? In theory, yes. But it seems there are cases where that's not true for the products on the market. That's also the fundamental reason for my long clinical trials. In Chroma City, there will be many people who need this drug, so frequent side effects are unacceptable. Although Chroma City is damn dark all day long, I'm not sure if there are that many patients who would want to suppress their own memories. The average patient doesn't seek a hospital until their condition worsens. I haven't seen someone try to fix a paralyzed finger with stretching. Right, many people think of hospitals as places to go for resurrection. But this drug is also aimed at delaying the neurological disorders caused by light deficiency, not just overcoming strong trauma. The blackout phenomenon, do they call it zombies these days? That's what people usually call it, I hear. Right, the biggest cause of becoming a zombie is neurological disorder. Despite having no other problems besides light deficiency, extreme trauma accumulates due to nervous system issues. If this drug is completed, the number of zombies on the street will be reduced by more than half. Zombie prevention and trauma care. Sounds good. The fact that there's a way to get memories back seems good too. It's a hot topic among my colleagues. The fact that memories return when you stop taking it has some people arguing that it forces continuous purchase of the drugs. They say we need to consider the consumer's financial situation. That makes sense, but... Oh, your opinion on my research? Miss Lee's eyes widened. Does she think we found a common interest? You can't run away forever. If you erase your memories every time things get tough, I feel like you'll end up with nothing left someday. Even today's Miss Lenny would go back to face reality tomorrow. You'll do your best to handle the accident and finish the project, right? Well, yes. There are times when you have to do something, but you just can't. Trauma is one of them. There's a hole in your heart, and it needs to be filled, but it hurts too much. With a hole, it's impossible not to feel weak in both body and spirit. You need to step back and recover, but you can't because the hole is in your own body. I thought the medicine that you're making was made for situations like that. That's right, it's very difficult to fix something that has collapsed from the inside. Sometimes it's more important to get away from it and preserve your body and mind. I want the patients to be like you, Miss Lenny. A way to regain some energy and find the courage to face the world again. I mean, I hope they solve the problems they postponed with a mended, strong mind and body. Like today's, Miss Lenny. As they said in a certain manga, right? There's no paradise in the place you escape to. Since it's your medicine, Miss Lenny, I hope it turns out just as you wish. Is that a blush face? You little... Why? I thought that was a pretty cool thing for me to say. Mr. Lee lunged at me. I believe she had no intention of harming me, but I couldn't stop myself from instinctively stepping back. Now that you said that, I'll be sure to protect the project. Okay, now let me go. Oh, she hugged me. Okay. Let me hug you a little longer. Just a little. Just a little. Mr. Lee, with teary eyes, left us making a wonderful vow and having a bit of a tantrum. She must have had her own pain, unrecognized by anyone. Look at the time. I should go to the cafe when Prey works for lunch. Huh, the heat crushing my brain vanished in an instant. Your touch is really special. I feel like there's a lot of innuendos going on here, but, you know, I think it's fine. It's fine, whatever. It's fine. But, okay. Tier 2 power unit, Tier 2 newer unit, 2 of each, quick. Okay, wait, hang on. That's gonna be where I leave off this episode for today. It's, we're over an hour in and exit this game. I don't know if that's gonna go to the main menu or not, but, whoever we're working on next is called Blade. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching along, or probably just listening in. This is basically just me reading an audiobook terribly, because my voice is terrible for that, but whatever. I don't know what else I'll record today. I won't have to edit this too much, but we'll see. Regardless, I hope you all have a lovely day, night, or morning, whatever it is. Regardless, if you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like, comment, or subscribe down below. My name is Maya, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.